Enterprise Content Management Systems, also referred to as ECM, are robust document management solutions that provide the tools to capture, manage, store, and preserve content and documents. The custom library component that we will be demoing here allows users to interact directly with remote ECM repositories within the context of Lotus Connections communities. The custom library is developed as an iWidget and communicates to the ECM repository through a defined set of REST APIs. A manager of a community can add the custom library through the Customize action. The component must be configured to point to a particular library on an ECM server. Additional customization options are available in edit mode, including defining the view that is used to populate the list of documents in overview mode and setting the sort order on the table layout in full page mode. Multiple custom library components can be added to a single community. However, the folder being connected to must exist on the ECM system prior to configuring the custom library. Once the custom library has been configured, users with access to both the community and the ECM repository can see the content. Access control to the ECM content is separate from access to the community and must be managed through the native ECM application. Once inside the library, you will see a list of documents and folders. Results for each folder are paginated, and there are options to change the number of items per page located at the bottom of the paging bar. Results can also be sorted differently by clicking on the sort headers at the top of the layout. There are two different layout options, one being a condensed tabular layout with columns, and the other is a more detailed view. Both layouts show the list of available actions for each item. In the tabular view, this is visible through a context menu. Toolbar buttons at the top of the page include options for creating new folders and uploading new files. Both of these actions open a dialog that will be used to collect data from the user for the folder or document being created. For a document, this includes any custom metadata that is specified as a part of the document type. Client-side validation is done on the user input to provide quick and detailed information on errors. Permissions for the new content will be inherited from the parent folder. There are several editing options available for documents. These include editing the properties, replacing the contents with a file on your system, and editing the contents with round-trip editing. For all editing actions on a document, you will have the option to check in or save edits to a draft. We will look at the Edit Document action, which allows you to open the document and edit it directly. This requires the desktop connectors to be installed. Selecting this action will open the document in the editor registered on your file system, and changes can be made directly to the file. Once you are finished editing, save the file and the contents will be uploaded as a draft to the repository. When you go back to the browser, there is a message to refresh the page, and you will see a draft that has been created. From here, you can either check in the changes or keep them in a draft. To see more details of a document, click on the document title to open its summary page. Here you will see the available actions for a document near the top, followed by metadata. The document can be downloaded to your local system by clicking on the Download this file link or the file icon. At the bottom of the page, there are several tabs that show data related to the document. The Custom Properties tab shows custom metadata that is specified by the document type. The Versions tab will show all versions that exist for the document and the corresponding change summaries if available. From this tab, you can download, restore, and delete specific versions if supported by the repository. You can see here that we have two versions, one from the initial creation of the file and one from editing the file contents. Restoring a version will result in a new version that is an exact replica of the version being restored. At the bottom of the document summary page is a link to open the document using the native ECM application. The custom library also supports compound documents from ECM systems. We will show them as compound documents with attachments, as shown here. Using the breadcrumb to get back to a folder view, we will look at views as one more way of finding documents according to a predefined query. Views are created through the native ECM application and are exposed through the Views dropdown in the toolbar at the top of the page. Views have the same pagination and layout options as viewing a folder. This concludes the demo of the custom library application. We have seen how content from an ECM repository can be viewed, edited, and managed directly through this application, providing end users with a user-friendly approach to working with ECM documents.